Hey y'all, I hope you all had an absolutely wonderful holiday. We definitely did, right, Tuxie? So we've been eating so much turkey, even the dogs had turkey flavored food. So we have been relaxing a little too much. And as you can see, we have not put up the tree yet, but it's coming, we promise. Today in this video, we're going to go over our Cyber Monday purchases. Yeah, you want to do Cyber Monday haul? All right, so first things first, the main, let me take the receipts out. The main attraction of this haul is this cute, adorable item that I have been like watching like a hawk. Y'all, I was in between two stores to go to pick this up because I was like, oh, I gotta make sure I get it. I've been holding off all this time, and it is this adorable little clock. And as you can see, I love gold. But yes, it's the cute little clock. It was $69.95. I have not placed any batteries in there. And with the 40% off, it brought it down to being $41.97 plus tax. So, I mean, 41 is kind of hefty, but at this one store, so wild story was that I left the house at like a little bit after 9 and some change. I got to the store around like 9:40 something. So at that point, I was just like, I'm just gonna be parking lot pimping, and I'm gonna wait till the store opens. And I placed an online order. I haven't been able to pick that one up just yet. That's another story. So if you thought that this was a quick haul, you thought wrong, because you're gonna get a story today. Well, actually two. But anyhow, so placed an online order at a store. Let's just say store 2 or store B. Like no shade to the store whatsoever, because I love that store, but that store is a little further away from the house. And so I was like, bet I'm gonna drive over to the store that's the closest to the house. If I can see the clock from my truck, or like if I park and I just walk past and I can eyeball a clock, then I'm just gonna stay there and pick it up. You like the clock too? Me too, Tuxie. And so I like pulled up, y'all. The parking spot was like right in front, and I was looking. I was like, awesome. There was one with a candle sitting on top, and then there were two others that were on like a shelf kind of similar to this shelf that I use. And so I was like, okay, cool. And the guys were like blowing leaves with the leaf blower and stuff. So I was watching them and just like, just taking in the day. Next thing I look, and the shelving is gone, and they put up boxes, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So I go in the store, and I'm like, I don't want to take the one off the display because it has a candle on it, and I'm sure they want to have something for a display. And they have the other two on the shelf. Y'all, when I tell you, I was going around that little store like the F1 race or the Formula One race, is struggling. It was more like Mario Kart. And I was struggling, like, thank the Lord I didn't step on a banana and nobody threw a turtle shell at me. But eventually I went all the way around the store. It's not a huge store, but it felt like I was sweating bullets, and it felt like I was running what is that race called? No, it's not the Million Man race. What's the race? I don't know. I can't. Oh, the Amazing Race. Only to come back to the front of the store and realize that I was like completely blindsided, and the clocks were clearly sitting on the shelf over on the left-hand corner. No one cared about the clocks except for me. But I got her, and it's so cute. Next up, I went to the second store, which is the store that I placed my BOPUS order, and unfortunately, like, I don't know who was out here dropping coupons or deciding like at between midnight and 5:59 a.m. that they were going to place an order. But y'all, the BOPUS orders were so backed up. So I placed my order at like 6:05, 6:10. a.m. because I was like, I'm not messing around. I know I want these 2 particular items regardless, and they were no longer available online, so I placed it for BOPUS. And unfortunately, I had to order for BOPUS, but it was at the second store that I was going to. The first store, I don't believe it was available, but when I walked in the store, I saw plenty of them. So then I go to the second store, and I hate bothering people, especially like when they're working and stuff, because I've worked in the service industry, so I know how aggravating it can be. Like, I try to be self-sufficient as much as I can, and then if I struggle or I just can't get it right or I really, really need help, then I ask for help. But so I was checking out because I saw this cute little thing. This is the little tray that they usually put luminous on. It's like a little display thing. And then here's the inside. It's a mirror. Now it looks dirty and it needs some Windex, but there's actually, Philly Girl 31 put me on that there's like a little piece of film, and the film is what I'm seeing, like all the dirtiness and stuff on there. But this was $24.95, and I got it for the 40% off, which brought it down to $14.97 plus tax. So super excited about this. Part of me almost wants another one, but I'm like, do I really feel like driving all the way across town to get one? Not tonight. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Or maybe I risk it all for Candle Day, and like if I see it during Candle Day, then just pick it up, because I regret not picking it up earlier. But I mean, at 40% off, like, it's a no-brainer. But it's hard to find these because they're not on the website. But it's super cute. Anyhow, we'll set this up here, right, Tuxie? So what threw me for a loop, 2 things. First, with the BOPUS order, so I asked, I was like, hey, I know you guys are trying to fulfill the BOPUS orders. I was like, if I have one, could I just pick up the items and just close it out? And unfortunately, the lady was like, no. And part of me, I was like, well, if they're really backed up, it'll probably look bad to corporate if they just like randomly jumped and did this one order in front of all these other ones. But at the same time, I was like, looking at these candle holders that I wanted, and like, I'm like, are y'all gonna be able to fulfill my order? Because if not, I'm gonna just buy them now and return them whenever, the whole thing, like whenever you are able to fulfill the BOPUS order, because I don't want to miss out. But she was like, no, you should be fine. We got plenty of those. I was like, okay, cool. So, yeah, it was wild. And she said that between like last night and this morning, they have received over 96 BOPUS orders. And on top of that, they were still getting more. And it makes sense, like with the online only for the cyber one, it's gonna, like, people are gonna place BOPUS orders, because why pay for shipping when you don't have to? And I don't know, sometimes I feel like shipping soaps is dangerous. But the thing that really threw me for a loop in the store was that I walked into the store and unbeknownst to me, they already had Candle Day candles in the store. When I tell you, like, I was so taken aback because I'm not used to that at all. Like, the first store that I went to, no Candle Day candles whatsoever. Like, all the old stuff, I mean, they had boxes of stuff that they needed to open and move around, but like, nothing. This store, I mean, they had so many of them. I was shook. Of course, they didn't have the ones that I'm like super, super interested in. But yeah, I was in a state of shock. You know how sometimes you go into a store and you just feel so overwhelmed, and like that's how I felt. So with that, I have some thoughts and feelings about the candles I saw and smelled. And because like they were on full on display, and I snapped a couple of pictures. But I don't know. I have very mixed feelings about these candles, and like I want to be optimistic, but I don't know. Part of me like feels weird that I actually saw the candles and stuff, and now it's making me wonder if maybe Bath and Body Works has noticed, like, because if you think about it, it's like people said, it's like 30 something new candles that are supposed to come out for Candle Day, which is essentially now a 3-day weekend sale, and you're expecting like everyone to completely shift over a store in one night. Like, it's very demanding, and unless you have enough help hired, like, it's unrealistic and it's very stressful, especially for the employees who probably have to stay late the night before and set up. And so my theory is that the plan is probably going to be that all the stores between, I mean, not all the stores, maybe it's only some stores. I don't know. We're going to see. But it appears to me that maybe the game plan that for stores that have low volume of candles left after all this $12.95 sale, because they were trying to empty everything out, that though, like, stores are going to be able to set up as many Candle Day candles as possible, and it's all going to be set up, and we can all probably, like, if you go to a couple of stores, like if your store is a big candle store and they've gotten rid of like a lot of that inventory, my thought is that the stores are going to be completely set up for Candle Day on Thursday. We can go in, you can smell it, you can try it. If you want to buy it at a regular price, you could buy it at a regular price. Like today, you could buy the candles at 40% off. I think they're going to be there because they're saying that it's an early day for employees. Employees are allowed to buy candles on Thursday at the, allegedly, at the Candle Day price of $9.95. However, for like regular schmegular people, we're not going to be able to. And it would make sense that they would have the candles out and about already on a floor set if the employees are already able to pick them up. And then on Friday is like the Candle Day. That would be the day that we could go in and get them for that price. So I wonder if Bath and Body Works is trying to capitalize on being able to put the candles out early, use less staff, because if you're putting them out as you go throughout the week, you can use your employees who like would normally be helping, assisting in the store, or just, doing stock in the back or running the cash register, like somebody who's already there, and use them to work on the floor set. Or you could use less people, because if you think about it, it probably takes a good team to be able to turn over those stores in one night. So if you have less people over multiple days or multiple nights, that's going to cut back on overtime. That's going to cut back on utilization of your staff. And then if you have someone that you can easily call in who wants some extra hours, they come in, work on the floor set in the evening, like, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, and everyone's happy, everyone's refreshed and ready to go for Friday. It makes sense. But it's just a little jarring to those of us who are used to Candle Day of like, oh my gosh, like it's a surprise, but it's not really a surprise because we've seen some pictures online of other people who've been able to get their hands on it. So it's going to be wild this year. And I really feel like this year, Candle Day is being directed towards, I don't want to say newer people, but Candle Day is being directed towards like pulling in new app users and pulling in people, not necessarily like candle collectors who want something brand new, want to try something. Like Candle Day this year, I feel like they're more so playing on the safe side of things, and it's less of the shock value, it's less of the exclusivity, it's less of the treasure hunting, and it's more of like being logical, playing it safe, and less utilization of staff, and like less, I don't know, like it creates less of an allure, because at this point, I mean, there's maybe a handful, like 10 brand new candles that we've never smelled before, but like, I don't know. I don't know how well they're going to go, because the few that I've smelled today were, But yeah, I don't know. I don't want to damper anyone's like feelings and hopes and stuff. So I don't know. I'm very on the fence about making a candle day video and telling you the different scents that I smelled and how I felt about them until they come out. But then at the same time, like if I could save somebody from the disappointment or, then maybe I should. I don't know. I think we'll just do a separate video. And I will talk a little bit more in depth of my experience of the candles that I saw and smelled, and I'll show pictures. Maybe, yeah, we'll try and do that one tomorrow, which is Tuesday. I don't know what time, but I will try to do it as soon as possible. Just to give you guys an idea. But yeah, I think Candle Day is still going to be fun. It's $9.95, the cheapest, the cheapest candles of the year. And a lot of stores are opening. I'm shocked. Some of the stores around me are opening at 5 a.m. Others at 6 a.m. And I even saw one as late as 11 a.m. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, see your life. What are we doing? So yeah, so that's very interesting. So yeah, and then also I watched Kimball's video from today, her 10-minute chat that always goes over. I love it when she says that. It's so hilarious. But even she was talking today and she was like, she's excited for Candle Day, but she's noticed that there isn't a lot of hype about it online, and there aren't a lot of Candle Day videos. And I don't know, my little shot in the dark of feelings is just, I don't know, the scents aren't scenting this year. And it's hard to like find ones to be excited about. And I understand that that's personal because for me, y'all know me, I love woody, I love earthy, I dabble in a little gourmand, but I like, nutty stuff. But the fruits and the mints and the super sweet like candies, like that's not really me. And so I think that's a little bit of the reason why I'm kind of like, don't get me wrong, I'm still gonna be out there at 5 a.m. Well, probably be parking lot pimping at like 4:30, but I'll be out there. But I don't know. I don't see having like the huge haul, like coming home with my little wagon and like struggling to bring in all 15 something of like the pistachio toasted vanillas. Like, I don't know. I don't see that. There are 4 that I'm really like excited for and anxious to see, but we'll see. But anyways, I'll save all that for the candle video. So with that, thank you so much for watching our little haul. And yeah, we will see you guys tomorrow. Right, Toxie? Can you say bye? Say bye. We see you later. Bye.